All right, we back with another episode of Rigged NBA. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. You know what I'm saying? We got to get that music going, everything. If I ain't say hit that like button, do that as well. See, we got Blackbird Midnight in here. Let me see. Put down like 12. Yeah, there we go. Man, say you got Malik Neighbors. I forgot the draft was on tonight, to be honest. I didn't heard so much talk about it, but I was like, I don't have time to sit here and watch that goddamn shit. I really don't care about the NFL draft. What's good? You hate Lakers? No, I haven't been watching the draft. I honestly don't care to watch that shit at all. I'll look it up on the app and check out who got drafted, but I don't need to see that. But nah, man, the NBA playoffs tonight, the Knicks finally caught an L. They really should be down 2-1, especially how that crazy ending of game 2 was when they didn't call a foul, when Maxey was fouled, when Lowry was fouled. The fact that Philly didn't even call a timeout before the inbound. There's a lot of things in that game that could have easily, because at one point the way they set it up, it looked like the Knicks was going to lose that game. But we saw the sequence late with less than a minute left. All of a sudden, they ripped the hearts out of the Sixers and ended up winning the game. Game 2 of the Lakers Nuggets series. As you know, Jamal Murray had the game-winning shot. It was his Kobe moment, his MJ moment, his ice in the veins type of situation type moment. And we saw the Lakers who were doing their thing for the vast majority of the game. First half, they was buzzing. Second half, out the gate, they was killing them with the pick and roll. Denver didn't really have anything to stop that. And then the Lakers just went away from what was working the whole game, where they had this 20-point lead. And next thing you know, all of a sudden they jacking up threes, playing like it's a pickup game. LeBron James wanted to be the hero. We saw that shit doesn't work because he's a fucking fraud. On defense, on that possession where Jamal Murray ended up hitting the game-winning shot, LeBron James switched off of Murray because he didn't want to get him humiliated because he can't take a loss like a man, and let Anthony Davis be the one that the shot got hit on as Anthony Davis crashes into the Nuggets bench and falls down, which makes it all that much more funny. I was like, this nigga might get hurt. But yeah, that's pretty much it as far as the West. Actually, no, it's not. The Clippers Mavs series, I think that one's going to go to 6 or 7. The Mavericks tied it up 1-1. Convincing win. Magic, they won a game against the Cavs, but I really don't have any high expectations for them. Boston, they lost the game at home to the Heat. People are saying, are the Heat able to beat them? Are the Celtics in trouble already? And this is a Heat team that doesn't even have Jimmy Butler, mind you. So that's something to think about, but I'm not really worried about I'm not worried about the Celtics in this round. I don't think they're gonna have them go out to the Heat of all teams without Jimmy Butler. I do not see that happening. The Lakers Nuggets series, I think this one might go 4-1. Denver, obviously. Lakers might win this game tonight. Then the next 2 games, Denver wins. Mavericks Clippers series, that's kind of a toss-up. Kind of a toss-up right there. You don't know what you're going to get. Because on one end, it's like, do they want to give the Clippers a lot more success considering they have a new arena opening up next season? Blake Griffin just retired. That is an interesting tidbit. Because I know when Melo retired, what happened? The Nuggets ended up winning. I'm not saying the Clippers going to win the finals, but that is interesting timing. But at the same time, it's how many times are they going to have Luka and the Mavericks lose to the Clippers in the playoffs in the first round? How many times are they going to keep having this happen? Are they going to just have them constantly go in and lose in the first round? Or what they going to do? It said Mavs Nuggets Western Conference Finals. Hey, it's the perfect opportunity for them to have their 2 favorite white European stars go against each other. That's really smart. If they have that happen, that'd be really smart. On top of that, you get Jamal Murray dueling back and forth with Kyrie Irving. Like, entertainment would be there. It definitely would be there. I was hard on the Nuggets last year about lack of entertainment as far as watching games. This year, I can't complain actually, and this is one of the few teams I enjoy watching. I'll be here for that. Out the East, I still think Boston could make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, possibly to the finals, and then do their usual choke job. Which at some point you got to ask: are they just going to keep having Jimmy Butler, Jason Tatum constantly have all the success to choke every single time? Is it because he has all these commercials? Because we see that a lot with certain players like Embiid. He has a lot of commercials. Can't get past the semis. Actually, no, they've been to the. Yeah, I think it was semis. Yeah, they haven't really done anything. Damian Lillard been in a lot of commercials. We know his career. So is Tatum another one? Because he got a lot of commercials. And he another one of them niggas that wear number 0 too. The Mavericks are on tonight for the Sixers. They scripted the hell out the I forgot Pelicans Thunder. Game Mavericks was off for the Thunder and the refs. Yeah, I really don't know why people thought that the Pelicans were really gonna do anything against the Thunder, to be honest. Like they don't stand a chance, bro. Like even scripted or not, they don't stand a chance. I don't think they're gonna get swept, but they don't stand a chance. They know don't nobody want to see the Pelicans play for real unless they got Zion, like a healthy roster. And this is one of the matchups I was actually kind of looking forward to was the OKC Pelicans matchup because I haven't seen a whole lot of OKC games. They don't have a whole lot of primetime games. So I'm like, let me see what they got going on. Pelicans without Zion, I'm not a fan of watching the game as much. Not a bad team, but just not my thing. Who else? I think Bucks Pacers. That's 1-1 as well. And shout out to B-Fire. That man mentioned how Pacers were +1 for the game. We know +1. Look what happened. They beat the shit out the Bucks. It was close for a good amount, but then they beat the shit out of them. I don't even see this comment. This one I 100% agree with. He said, as long as LaQueen gets swept, you'll be happy. I'm 100% on board with you on that. Why did they even have the Pelicans in the playoffs with no Zion? You would much rather watch the Kings and Thunder play. Me too, man. Me too. But sometimes it's also about like money. Like who had the most money on which team? And in a situation where Zion wasn't playing, you could imagine who was putting it. The average bettor was like, "Oh shit, they ain't got Zion. Shit, fuck it, that's easy. We're gonna put money on the Kings. They got this." That's all that was. Same way they did Golden State. Everybody and their mama picked them to beat the Kings, and look what happened. Because they expected the average person expected the Lakers and the Warriors to end up playing in the playing game. Didn't happen. We've had that before. It didn't happen. So y'all got Malik Neighbors. Y'all should have got a quarterback. But that's really why. Kings always give high ratings, especially against the Warriors. Yeah, two Cali markets on top of that. And the Kings are actually a good team. They have a new arena. I think they opened 2017. Shit, no, I think it might have been 2018. Something like that. So yeah, but it was like, really? Y'all gonna let the Pelicans without Zion do this? Like, at least have them get back so that they can play. But I ain't the commissioner. I don't tell which players have fake injuries and shit, so I don't make the rules. Yeah, you agree with the LeBron comment. But yeah, so far the matchups I'm enjoying. I will say the Nuggets Lakers only for the fact that I can. It's kind of like watching the NFL playoffs. How if you're not a Cowboys fan, you're looking forward to the game when they lose. Same thing with really any team LeBron is on, but since he's with the Lakers, that series where he gonna get his ass beat, and this is that series. We got it last year, but we had to wait a little minute. But I'd much rather get in the first round so we can just get him on up out of here. Pelicans Thunder, meh. I was a little bit more excited about meh. Knicks Sixers, I do enjoy that series. Clippers, Mavs. I like that. No one gives a shit about the Magic and the Cavs. No one cares. Maybe if the Cavs played a better team, but I'm not trying to watch the Magic. I give a fuck what they got going on right now. Heat Celtics, I wasn't interested in that, but I guess they're like, fuck it, we got to make this shit entertaining since they ain't got Jimmy Butler. No, y'all not, bro. He said, "Get Rich and Die Trying" about 50 is 50's hardest album ever. Or you ever heard? He ain't miss on that one. We need Denver to beat the refs tonight. Time to end LeBron because Joker 316 says so. Hey, you know what's funny is in every single game that the Lakers have played against Denver in this 10-game ass whooping streak that the Lakers have taken, the Lakers have had the most free throws in every single one of those games. That's crazy. Even the refs, that kickball, he threw it at his feet. Even the refs can't even stop the Lakers from getting their ass beat. It's funny as hell. Clippers, Mavs, you like the most? Yeah, that's the one they definitely had. Is like, yo, this is the most entertaining matchup. The one they gonna push the heaviest for obvious reasons is Lakers and Nuggets, solely because Nuggets are reigning champions and Lakers got LeBron James, and they talk about the Lakers on every fucking show all the time. So it only makes sense. In the East, I'll say I'm being a little biased, but Sixers Knicks. That's the one I like to see, because in the regular season we got this low scoring game. I think it was like in the 80s. Shit, might have been 70s. No, I think it was 70s. Like a low scoring, like old school NBA game. And in the playoffs, we've kind of gotten the same thing. I'm like, it's good that we got them to play each other. So Knicks holding it down for New York. There was something they had an Eagles suck chant at the Knicks game. Now I don't think it was in the playoffs. And then at the Philly game, they had the Eagles chant. Of course, we know why. Like, that's funny. Y'all talking about basketball or football, and y'all at a fucking basketball game. So there's no way they can allow no coaching talent, Darvin Ham out Coach Malone for the bum script. The thing is, most of the issues ain't even really on Darvin Ham, to be honest with you. It really isn't. The one who has the highest usage rate on the team is the issue, which we know that now. And the one who catches the most slack is his teammate that's been there since 2020, has gotten the short end of the stick so many times because of his injuries. And this year he's been healthy. I was a kid. I was a kid. Yeah, you should. Yeah, y'all should be mad. Y'all should be mad trying to get a quarterback. I told you, y'all quarterback don't even know what emotions to pick for his face. So you know that nigga can't throw to no receivers. But yeah, this game, man. Last game was the same way. The Lakers started off good and they looked like they was in position to win. They should win this game. But I feel like if the Lakers get like a really comfortable lead and is entering the fourth quarter, they will find a way to blow that lead. That was a nice shot by Austin Reeves, but they will find a way to blow that lead. No way, never. Never. You was one when the album came. God damn, bro, you make me feel old as shit. The refs did everything to screw Denver last game. I don't know about the refs said screw LeBron in the last 7 minutes of the fourth. Gotta love him for that Bagley Murray game winner. Yeah, that. Yeah, they've had to go against the refs for sure. And what's his name? MPJ. He even admitted he hit D-Lo and they didn't call that shit late on his podcast. Laugh if they got Worthy replace what's his name? Tyreek Hill. Had his over under being 32.5. Chiefs pick 32nd. Yeah, I don't keep over betting on NFL. I really don't give a shit about the NFL draft like that. I just follow what team, who went to what teams, who the Ravens get, who got traded. I don't give a shit. Why is everyone hating on Embiid right now? Embiid right now didn't watch the game. Why is everyone hating on Embiid? Shit, the same reason he been getting hated on the past 4 years or so. He always getting propped up as like he the MVP, this good player, and he can't deliver. Obviously, there's other factors and powers that dictate this, but he's one of them niggas. There we go. What's good with you?
What's up, man? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right. I heard you talking about the NBA, and the biggest NBA nerd had to hop in real quick.
Yeah, man. What's your thoughts so far? Leading up the game threes, plural.
I'm watching I got the Lakers and Nuggets on right now. The Lakers are up 8 right now in the first. I don't know where everybody's stream is, but I'm just sitting here thinking, how are they going to blow it this time? I feel like if we're being for real, they're probably going to give the Lakers this game so people keep watching, because everybody knows if you go up 3-0, it's cooked. It's over with. Like, nobody's going to watch the fourth game. So
I'm trying to think, has anyone blown a 3-0? I feel like somebody's done this. Has anyone blown a 3-0 lead?
I don't think so.
I'm convinced. I feel like we saw this like a year ago.
3-1 a couple times. 3-0, I don't think so.
Where we've seen a blown. Somebody in the chat, if y'all know, has there ever been a blown 3-0 lead in the playoffs? What's good, Scrub? 0. Shout out to the homie. But yeah, Nuggets gonna win this, and I think 4-1. Lakers win this game tonight. What game was it? The Knicks and the Sixers? They tried to slide in this little tidbit about last time the Knicks blew a 2-0 lead was in like what 19? Was it 87 or 97? I don't remember. Wait, hold on. Oh, okay. Interesting. I'm surprised. But no, they were saying the last time that the Knicks blew a 2-0 lead was like, I think 97 or 87. I forgot the year. And it's interesting they just happened to say that shit. So
I was upset about the Knicks. My dad, he's a 50-year-long New York Knicks fan, so all he knows is Spain without the S. And I was rooting for the Knicks for him tonight, and they got it. It didn't work out. But Embiid came out. I gotta give that man props. He do be crying all the time, but he did come out. He's like, "We're going to win game 3," and I was like, "All right, bro."
All right, B. We'll see, nigga. We'll see. We shall see. Shaman said only way the Lakers win this game is if they shoot 40 free throws. They've been doing that and still losing. That's the thing. Like they need the Magnus. They need divine intervention. I'm not saying I hope he get hurt, but if Jokic got hurt, they would have a chance then.
As somebody that is low-key, like really into the modern NBA, big fan of the last 20 years. It's like, I was talking to my brother about this earlier today. Bro, the Lakers are sorry as hell for not finding a way to beat the Nuggets one time in the past 10 games. That shit is so embarrassing.
Especially it's so embarrassing. The free throw disparity, like on top of that. You're literally getting free points, nigga. Like,
yeah.
It don't get no better.
Free throws.
Yeah, freezing the name. And yeah, speaking of which, game 2, I bet on. I didn't know I did the rebounds for Jokic. That shit hit. The over/under on his points was 28.5. You know how many points Jokic finished with game 2?
Well, like 27.
Yeah, that nigga free throws. He ain't gonna make no more shots. And then he had one where he could have shot an open 3. He could have took a mid range. He had a lot of room. This nigga flailed away and turned the ball like And they started doubling him too when they didn't need to.
I feel like Jokic is safe when it comes to like the PRA, but if you just going for points, he's always going to cook for the Bucks.
I just take him on like rebounds and shit because he gonna get some damn rebounds. He's 7 feet tall, so he gonna get some damn rebounds.
Yeah, Lakers are cooking right now. I just feel like there was this thing, there was like 9, 10, or 11 games that home teams won in a row in the playoffs. And now it's like all of a sudden all these game threes are going backwards. The Magic blow out the Cavs in game 3. The 76ers beat the Knicks in game 3. So what do you think the Lakers are about to do? What's 2 plus 2?
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a really good point. How many road teams have won? I think Dallas might be the only one.
Yeah, Dallas.
No,
And I think that's only because
Indiana. Dallas, Indiana.
you know how the Kawhi narrative goes. Like he's gonna continue to suffer. I don't know who Kawhi pissed off, but actually, I just think it's one of those things. Kind of like how you were talking about. It's like there's always a sacrifice that either follows before the success or after the success. After Kawhi won that Raptors title, you just knew he was gonna suffer for the next half decade.
It was injury bugs. It was like that next year with the Clippers, he got hurt at some point. I think the year after that, he got hurt at some point.
Kawhi's always hurt. Always.
Yeah, that's like Anthony Davis is typically always hurt, but this year he been healthy all year. And he's still catching hell for shit that ain't even his fault.
I do actually feel a little bit bad for Anthony Davis, except for I think it was like the second half of last game. I was rewatching it because I missed it live, and I just remember he started the game like 14 of 15 or some crazy shit like that, and then all of a sudden he was taking corner threes, he was taking pull up jumpers, and I was like, why? Why? Just go inside, get down there and score. Like I don't get it.
He's in a rock between a rock and a hard place because he signed to Clutch Sports. That's how he ended up in LA in the first place. So he cooled LeBron, but at the same time, it's like you are the scapegoat for anything that goes bad, whether you play or not. It's your fault because either A, you're hurt, B, you're soft, you name it, you're gonna get crucified for it. And then when you do good, which he does most of the time, you get overlooked, and it's like you get none of the credit.
Yeah, it feels like there's always like a double standard when it comes to stuff like that. Like people have been getting on Darvin Ham this week. Every time LeBron doesn't win, it's seldom ever LeBron's fault. And as somebody that has a great deal of admiration and respect for LeBron, that shit's still annoying. It's always somebody else's fault.
D'Lo, Darvin Ham, AD. They don't really say shit about Austin Reeves. We know why. He pink privilege. They'll let him slide.
I said the same thing, bro. Dude is trash, and no one even said his name. I don't get it. But they just gave him $40 million for what?
Exactly. He with the Lakers. That's why. Shit, he might be Clutch Sports. I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't with a big agency beforehand. Shit, get cool, LeBron. I bet. Says Dallas Mavericks rigged too. I guess if you're talking about their finals, yes. Mark Cuban said they tried their hardest to lose, and we saw that they ended up winning. Said Kawhi won enough. He's not really a face of the league. We knew he wasn't a face of the league.
He's not built for that. That's not his brand at all. That's not the brand they've been building for him at all.
It's funny. His brand grew after that awkward laugh. Like everything, the fact that he's so unmarketable made him more marketable, which is so ironic. It's like they try that with Jokic too, because I see him in commercials and shit now. It don't really work the same way, but Jokic, like you can tell, he doesn't give a fuck at the same time.
I think Jokic truly doesn't care. Like I feel like Jokic is the type of person where the league could get in his ear. They could send him an email. They could send somebody that speaks Serbian. They'd be like, "Jokic, you're doing great. We want to keep pushing you." And Jokic just be like, "I don't care. Okay, whatever you say."
Let me get back to my horses. That's all he care about.
Like, bro, just trying to get a bag and go home. I respect it. Jokic treats the NBA like a 9 to 5. He's like, shit, if I have to, y'all want me to win a ring? All right, bro. Okay. Give me 3 MVPs. All right, bro. Okay.
Good too. That's the funny part about it. Like he's actually good. It's just he's like, whatever. I'm an NBA player. Not flashy. He's not a nigga who gonna have a whole bunch of chains. He ain't stunning on IG. None of that shit. Damn, kind of like a Tim Duncan.
Yeah. I feel like
And like,
Kawhi was supposed to be the next Tim Duncan, like, dude, but he's just too quiet. It's like Tim Duncan, even though he was like, Mr. Fundamental, he was all like kind and stuff, he was still like low key be talking shit. Like Kevin Garnett would talk about that. Like Kevin Garnett would be like, Tim Duncan, he would mess with you, but like he wouldn't do it in like a mean way. He would just be like, good try. Like he would just do like soft little shit like that just to piss you
yeah.
off. But he would never be like mean and loud. Like Kawhi doesn't say nothing to nobody ever. It's just exhausting. Have you ever met a Kawhi Leonard stan? I've never seen one. I don't think they exist.
No, I haven't. Most of his talk is more like leadership related shit too. Like, like team encouragement when you hear him mic'd up and shit. It's just be shit like that. He might crack some jokes on song, but he ain't talking shit. We know that.
I've never seen him at a press conference. Like, I really don't see him talking at all.
That's where the laugh came from. What I mean? And then that whole year, the playoffs, he was always the center of attention with the Raptors, so he had to talk. Shit, he talking now for the Clippers. Him and Paul George.
Kawhi needs to start a podcast.
I ain't gonna lie. Apparently, from what people have said, he is like teammates. They say he's funny as hell. I remember seeing him in them Spurs commercials back in the day when like no one heard the laugh, and like he was low key funny. He was like like the awkward kid that's funny and shit.
Yeah.
That's him. That's him. So yeah, I can see it. He funny, just in a different way.
Right. It's like the funniest people usually aren't trying to be. You see Embiid's eye tweaking. What does that mean, Lightning 145? What are you insinuating?
So when he was on the ground, the floor, game 2, I think it was game 2. You see, like he was like blinking one eye, but the other one wasn't moving. So they said it was like some orbital damage or some shit. I don't know, orbital. It was something.
There was something off about Embiid tonight. Like I don't know if y'all saw this. If anybody in the chat was watching that game. Embiid, somebody was going up for a shot after Embiid fell, and he tried to I don't know if you already talked about this. He tried to grab their foot in midair as they were going for a shot, and it's like everybody was like, "That's one of the dirtiest plays I've ever seen," and they just let him stay in there, and I was like, interesante.
Yeah, he might have been on something about that. We gonna win this series. We might be on to something with that shit. It's the Knicks we're talking about. The Knicks and success don't really go together too well.
Yeah. I feel like people would just be happy with the fight that they put up because it's like kind of either way, whoever wins this series, it's like, damn, Jamal Murray got 2 points right now. Fuck. Whoever wins the series, if the 76ers win the series, people will be like, oh, Embiid is finally pushing through a little bit. Like, it would work narratively for him. But if the Knicks win, that's way bigger. People want the Knicks to be good so bad, bro. So bad.
You know what's funny about the Knicks that no one has said a goddamn word about?
What?
Julius Randle is out this whole fucking playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so yeah, let that sink in. They won 2 games. Well, you know how they won game 2. But they won 2 games without Julius Randle in the playoffs.
He might be out of there.
So yeah, let's let that sink in. If they lose to the Knicks without Julius Randle, KD's. Oh, I forgot about the Suns. T-Wolves. I totally forgot about that shit. Minnesota up on that one 2-0 anyway.
Do you have a Joel Embiid theory? Why he can't make it past the second round? Why he's always hurt? Why he can't go anywhere? Like, what's the deal? Like, what is his narrative? What's his story? What's his arc?
So there's a trade-off. I was talking about it earlier, and it applies to NFL players too. But certain players that if you see them in a whole bunch of commercials and shit, they typically don't get rings because that's their payoff. Is we give you all the endorsements in the world, but as far as that ring, you can forget it. There's only a select few that can get both, like your LeBron James, your Steph Curry's, Draymond Green. He in a good amount of commercials. Players like that, they can. Michael Jordan, they can get that. They can get both of them. Obviously, got to give some shit up, but they can get both of those. Someone like a Damian Lillard. I don't know. Devin Booker ain't a lot of commercials. Yeah, like a Damian Lillard. Joel Embiid. People you see, Jason Tatum, you see consistently in commercials and shit. What they don't have.
It does feel like you can either have one or the other. Like Damian Lillard, bro can't have a successful rap career and also win a ring. Like that is too much. Can't have that thug out here rapping about, you know, being goated and shooting people, but then also give that man a ring, let him be MVP or anything like that. It's like you can have one or the other. You can be rich and famous and happy and have a rap career, or you can have basketball success. Melo, great. Got his own show now, got all the money, got all the acclaim, no ring. James Harden got all the money, got the crazy contracts, got the individual success, no ring. What's the narrative? Flames out in the playoffs. Joel Embiid, one of the greatest, most dominant big men since Shaq, all the commercials, everybody likes him, great follow on Twitter, no rings. It's like you can either have one or the other. Kawhi, give him the ring, great basketball success. Nobody likes him. He's awkward. He's an android. He's a bot. You can have one or the other, unless you're LeBron. Then you can have everything.
Actually, there was one you mentioned the rap career. There was one person who checked all 3 boxes, and we see him every fucking time on TNT. Shaq.
He's a different. Yeah. He's a different breed.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he is a 33rd degree Mason, so you know he got cheat codes. But
I missed that.
Yeah. So yeah, it's Allen Iverson. A lot of commercials, didn't have a ring, and he got like a little midget statue too, which is crazy disrespectful. He's taller than the statue itself. That's super sad. That shouldn't even possibly. He's only like 6'1". That's crazy as hell. Say KD taking the bullets from the NBA for ruining LeBron James' chance to win more chips when he signed with Golden State. Yeah, shit ain't been right ever since he left there. And I knew it was gonna go downhill when they got James Harden to the Nets when they didn't need him. I was like, oh yeah, they finna fuck this shit up.
Unbelievable, baby.
That shit was never gonna work. And then they got who they get? They wanted DeAndre Jordan and Blake Griffin too. Like it was like they got us or Drummond. It was one of the two they got along with them. It was like a super team. But Blake was past his prime.
You know, that's actually a really good point. Katie taking all the bullets from the NBA for ruining LeBron's chance to win more chips. Because honestly, LeBron was supposed to be the next Jordan. I really do feel like Kevin Durant's choice to go to the Warriors, I feel like that really messed up the plan. And they had to punish Kevin Durant for that. Like, he's been getting shamed ever since. Every team he goes to is falling apart. The fact that he's with the Suns now and they got 3 All-Stars and they're about to get dominated by Ant, like, I feel like that's not a coincidence. I don't feel like that's random. I feel like KD was never meant to win after he went to Golden State and then left them too. It's like, okay.
I think it's really the way he won. It was like you won with a team that had shit. Well, he's gonna be a Hall of Fame, even though he should be. Draymond Green, Steph Curry, and Klay Thompson.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it don't get no easier than that. You took him to 7 games when you was with OKC with Russ, and now you join him. You get 2 easy rings out that shit, and then you magically get hurt against the Raptors so they can win one. Yeah, he ain't been right. And I knew when they got Harden to the Nets, it was like, oh yeah, this nigga is not winning shit here. It looked like it, but then the problem is they got rid of their bench to get Bradley Beal. That's what killed them. And I'm gonna say the Nuggets. The T-Wolves are good as shit on defense. That's another thing. They locking their ass up. So yeah, they might see a little first round exit.
I literally watched my first Timberwolves game, like ever, a couple of days ago. Ever in my whole life. I've been an NBA fan for a long time. I watched my first Timberwolves game and I was like, Rudy Gobert looks like whatever they said Wilt Chamberlain looked like. I'm not even exaggerating. On defense. Rudy Gobert, I'm like, I had no idea he could jump that high. He was blocking shots that nobody should.
He's 7 feet tall, but he been good on defense. He was like that at Utah. His thing is he ain't had no offensive game. So he was like a liability. So Embiid died on the court with that fake injury. Now all of a sudden he dropped 50.
Embiid was looking real strange tonight. He was looking faster and quicker than usual. Like something was off about him. Like I don't know why all of a sudden after he promised they would win that game, he came out tonight looking like different. I can't really explain it. I'm gonna have to watch it back, but something was strange about tonight.
It did raise my eyebrow when I heard him say that. Like, yo, we gonna win this series or whatever. I'm like,
I've never
that's,
heard somebody down 2-0 blame the refs like that and then so confidently say, "Yeah, we're gonna win Game 3 though." Like he said it like he already knew. And it's like some people would say, "Oh, he's just a confident basketball player. He just believes in his team." That is not Joel Embiid's character. This dude is crying all the time. Every time I see him, he's on the floor. Every time he's in the playoffs, he's choking. He's losing. So for him to be down 2-0 and then be like, "We're gonna win Game 3," so I'm just like, says who, Joel?
all right, nigga, we'll see. But yeah, that series is probably going to 6 or 7. The Knicks Sixer series.
Mm-hmm.
The NBA Finals predictions. I'm hard pressed to see Denver go back to back. It's been the theme all year so far. Chiefs, UConn. Could be the Nuggets going back to back as well. So
the Nuggets are going to repeat. I'm telling you right now. Like, barring any type of dramatic injury, you see the Celtics are looking vulnerable. They're already planting that seed. The fact that they lost to the Heat with no Jimmy Butler, nobody's afraid of the Celtics anymore. I think the Nuggets are going to take it.
I'm trying to think the only other teams I could see winning it out of the East and the West. Let's see. Not the Clippers. They have a strong. It's weird. They got everything going for them that should. Mavericks. They got Kyrie Irving, and they treat him like a cancer. Lakers obviously not winning. Suns. It don't look too hot for them. No pun intended. T-Wolves. I don't know if they're ready for that. I don't know if they're ready to push that. OKC in New Orleans. Hell no.
New Orleans, no shot, obviously. OKC, too young. I could see it's got to be the Nuggets. I feel like it's just got to be the Nuggets. The Suns, nah. It's got to be the. I just feel I don't see any way the Nuggets and the Celtics don't make it to the finals. But I feel like the best possible story, the best possible narrative is the Nuggets to repeat in 6 over the Celtics. Clip it. Like, I just don't. Because the Heat are actually going to beat the Celtics. Like, if we're being all the way for real. Like, they just want to make the series interesting. Quote unquote Heat culture. There's a lot of money moving to Miami. Pat Riley is bought in. He's grandfathered into the NBA story. Like, that's happening. But I just don't see anybody in the East making any, like the Pacers and the Bucks. Like, no, who cares? The Magic and the Cavs, who cares?
Yeah, Magic are too young. Cavs, I don't think they ever gonna let anybody win with the Cavs unless that name is James on the back of a jersey. So that ain't happening for them. It took them everything to give them that one championship anyway. Knicks, we know they're like the Cowboys in the sense of how much their team is worth and how dedicated their fan base is. Sixers, like I said, they gonna get hold at some point. It's inevitable. They always gonna do some bullshit or get hold out of some shit they should have.
It's gonna be an Embiid back or an Embiid knee or an Embiid ankle or an Embiid sickness or Max is gonna twist an ankle. Who knows?
7 times from somebody like a Kawhi Leonard that goes in on a buzzer. Like, hey, shit. The way they lost to the Hawks when Ben Simmons didn't posterize Trae Young. Like, it's always some stupid shit with them. The way they lost game 2, it was some stupid shit. Specifically with them. So I don't really see any other team. I really want to say Dallas so fucking bad, but they got Kyrie Irving, and I don't think they're gonna give him another ring.
You don't think the league is forgiving Kyrie? I feel like he might have paid his dues.
He didn't got quiet now. He ain't just saying whatever the fuck he want to, but it's not like he can just speak out and things gonna be all gravy for him. Shit, the media be on his ass in a minute.
Yeah. I just remember like they had all these like terms and conditions. They had Kyrie going on this crazy like apology tour. He had to like go on this whole journey, report on his findings, apologize to all these people, go to this committee, pass all these tests. And I was like, I feel like Kyrie, man, after going through all that, I feel like, if it's his time, it's his time, especially if he's with Luka. If he was anywhere else, we might never hear from Kyrie again. But the fact that he's with Luka and Mark Cuban, I feel like they can make something shake.
At some point, they're going to give Luka a ring. At some point, it's clear as day. I'd be super surprised if he never got a ring.
Lightning 145, Suns and 7. Watch the games, man. Watch the games.
I'm hoping they take that shit to 7. What's good, Big Pontiac? But the thing is, they always give like the 7-game series to some teams we really didn't want to see play 7 games.
Yeah, like these first round series, man. I've been saying this for a while, but the first round series they should be best of 5, first to 3, for sure. And I want so badly, I would do anything for them to implement a rule where if you win the first 3 games in a row, series is over.
Like a skunk, like kind of
like a skunk. That's exactly what I was about to say. I think it was back in the day at summer camp. If you were playing ping pong with somebody, if you score 7 in a row, you just end the game, bro. It's like you're clearly outmatched. You're wasting everybody's time. Get off the fucking table.
I'd be here for it. The league ain't gonna do that because like TV money and shit like that.
Yeah, money contracts,
but they should from a. I don't see how to word this. Basically, if it would raise more of an incentive for a team to win at least 1 game.
True.
That wouldn't be such a big deal. Like, say the Lakers was down 3. What did you say? The skunk would be 3?
3-0. If you go up 3-0, if you win the first 3 games, they should just cut the series. Because nobody has ever come back from down 3-0. So what are we doing? Like, if the Lakers lost tonight, for example, and they were down 3-0, I'm not watching any more of the games. I don't care if they win the next game. I don't care if they win the game after that. I'm not watching anymore.
That's a good point. Game 3s would be hella lit too. You go down 2-0, that shit would be so lit. That's actually really
I mean, it's already like that, but it would be even more so because there are some people like me, for example. I'm watching it right now because we're doing this show. If we weren't doing this, my ass would be in bed. I know the Lakers are done. But if I knew that if the Lakers lost this game, they would just be like, series over. Y'all are down 3-0. Everybody would be tapped in. But the league don't have no balls, so.
Yeah, it's like they used to, and then when Adam Silver got there, then they shrank and disappeared. The KD last chance to win was in 2021 with the Nets, but Kyrie's injury ended up. That's true. That was the year the Bucks won. That's true. That is so fucking true. Yeah, I remember Jeff Teague told the story about that shit because he thought they was gonna lose that shit. I mean, he said he had his shit packed and everything in his truck.
Very interesting. Kyrie just mysteriously stopped getting injured after he moved to the West. That's crazy. I felt like every year he wasn't with LeBron, he was getting injured. It felt like, and now he's with Luka in the West, and all of a sudden everybody's like Mavs to the finals. Interesting.
Like I said, at some point they gonna give them niggas a ring. It's just that one piece, Kyrie Irving. I don't know. What's the temperature on him as far as from the media and the league? If he cool now, yeah, they get the green light, but we'll see.
Wolves Nuggets, man. I am really excited to see Wolves Nuggets. That's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah, especially this year too. It'd be much closer than last year.
I'm trying to see Ant terrorize Jamal Murray.
I think that'd be a good back and forth. And Jokic would go against a 7-footer and a Rudy Gobert.
Bro, I'm not even the type of dude that's like, man, I'm really excited to see a good battle between 2 7-footers. I've never said that sentence before in my life. But watching Rudy Gobert guard Jokic, that sounds exciting. Like, I'm ready for that.
On paper, the thing about it is, though, is Jokic could cook his ass, though. That's the problem.
You really think so?
Yes, Nick. If you take this thing, Jokic can shoot. Take Gobert on the perimeter, he is fucked.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Even if Jokic ain't fast, yeah, that's good luck. Good luck with that
because
shit.
Jokic is low key like hot with them open threes, with that funky ass shot. Like they be going in more often than not. So if Gobert's not gonna come out there, Jokic hit like 4 threes in a game.
If there's anybody who can do damage to Jokic, it's an athletic big. Like Dwight Howard, that was a nigga who put him in his place, who could handle Jokic on offense and all that shit and cause problems. Anthony Davis, when he fucking wants to, he can do the same shit. But goddamn it, Gobert, he got too many weaknesses, especially perimeter. He get destroyed in transition. Oh boy,
yeah, he not trying to run like that.
But they got other defenders too, like Conley, McDaniels. Like that'd be a hell of a matchup.
Their perimeter is so nice, man. But it's like, bro, if they end up against a team like the Thunder, the Timberwolves could sweep the Thunder. Because the Thunder don't have big men like that, like at all.
The league ain't gonna have that shit happen, bro.
Yeah, it would also be the worst rated series of the entire.
SGA, who we want to push as an MVP against Ant, who we want as like a young black face of the league. Hell no, they don't want that shit to be no damn sweet.
That's true. And I want the Thunder to win so bad, but I just know that whoever they play next round, it's not their time. It's probably just not their time.
I don't think they'll ever win or ever give one to the Thunder. So they don't want to damage legacies. Tatum already lost 1. If he plays the Nuggets, he'd be 0-2 in the finals. That's a good point. Well, shit, then again with LeBron, he lost, 2 before he won his first? Spurs, Mavericks. Spurs was the win. Then the next year was or was it the other way around? Hold on. Was his first one against OKC or was that the second one?
Bron's first championship was against the Baby Thunder, OKC.
Okay. Then the second one was Spurs because they had Ray Allen. That's right. Then the next one, he pretended to have cramps because of PEDs. And then they lost that one. Kawhi Leonard wasn't a star yet. He became Finals MVP. Then LeBron went back to Cleveland. Lost, won, lost, LA.
Every single Bron chip, people are always like, first ring, Baby Thunder. Second ring, lockout season. Third ring, Kyrie shot. Fourth ring, bubble ring.
We don't count that fourth.
But Mickey Mouse ring. Disney World Championship.
Right, was the Baby Thunder. That is crazy as hell. I don't know why I always think it's the Spurs was his first ring, but that was the second.
Yeah. Second ring was lockout season and Ray Allen shot.
I don't hold a lockout season part against. I mean, we knew they was going to the playoffs. What they played 66 games. What's like fucking 20 games? What's that don't make a fucking difference.
They were gonna hoop regardless. Like LeBron's
if it was
Heat
the Lakers
was meant
team
to be
had to play in, it might be a different conversation. But that Heat team was going to the playoffs regardless. So I ain't gonna hold the lockout part against them. The Ray Allen shit. Oh, you goddamn right I am. But the 20 games on the game should be 66 games anyway, or the season should be 66 games.
Oh my god, dude! The fact that we still have back-to-backs in the NBA is unforgivable. There's no reason for that shit at all.
I don't have a problem with that. I just think they just need to shorten the season, whether it be start at a later time, start at Christmas. You want to beat the NFL in the ratings? Start at Christmas. Because nobody gives a fuck about the NBA games on Christmas anymore because the NFL took all that territory. It's like, oh, shit, y'all got this whole slate of all y'all stars today? That's cute. We could send out the fucking Raiders with a backup quarterback, Aiden O'Connell, and kick your ass in ratings. So, shit, you better. That's what they need to do. Fuck all that. Ain't nobody watching that shit in October and November.
I was just about to say the same thing. Or started in December, because if we're being honest, nobody I know, and really hardcore NBA. I'm be honest. As much as I love the NBA, the only reason I watch a lot of the games is because a sports book that will not be mentioned because we're not sponsored was offering some crazy deal on League Pass if you bet $10. That's the only reason I have League Pass and watch all the games. I am not out here watching regular season NBA games in late October, early November. You got to be a psycho to do that shit. Or you got to be in love with the NBA. Or you got to work for them.
Yeah, you can't really. Yeah, I mean, the only thing they got going for them in that situation is you are competing with during the week. You ain't really competing with shit. Maybe a little college football and stuff like that, but well, shit, NFL. I'll take that back. Yeah, you competing with some shit. But yeah, they need to just go Christmas and end it in the regular season when they do now, and let the playoffs do what they do. Players can get more of a rest break, so I ain't bitching, complaining. I gotta play 60 games to qualify for accolades. Like, bitch, they was playing 82 games. All them niggas from back in the day was playing 82, not complaining. Perfectly fine. Didn't get hurt nearly as much. What that tell you? Shit, goddamn Bridges from the Nets. He went 3 seasons straight, not missing a game. So they not giving the Bucks another for the next 50? You goddamn right. So it used to be best out of 5 in the early round. Yeah, I think it was until like 2000. Oh, it was 5 or 6 is when they changed it. But yeah, the first round used to be best of 5. Barkley said the Celtics should win. Clippers. What did he say? I missed that Clippers one. Clippers got too many stars. Could see a way they make it to the finals. I don't know about that. They got a lot of stars. I don't know about that. Like our season was 2012. They beat OKC that year. Okay. So 2003. You watch the NBA regular season when you're betting. Yeah, that makes sense. But even then, I'm not fucking trying to bet on no regular season NBA games. Hell no. Fuck that. The last great regular season was 2015-2016 season when the Warriors ruled the NBA. Plus Kobe's final season. I disagree with that. 2020, before the world shut down and they went to that bubble shit, that shit was getting good. I enjoyed that shit. It was like everything after that's when shit started going like really downhill. The only thing I would say I didn't necessarily care for was the fact that when the Rockets tried to replicate what the Warriors was doing with the threes and shit, and then it became this arms race type thing with a bunch of the other teams, like, oh shit, if we want to get good, we gotta do this shit. That's when it kind of watered down the league. But when it was like 1 or 2 teams doing that shit, it wasn't a problem. And the other downside about the 2015-2016 era, the East, we knew that the Cavs were going to win in the East. And this is even before the Warriors dynasty was established and Kevin Durant got there. We knew that they were going to make sure LeBron James was going to lead the Cavs in his second stint to the finals. So the East was too predictable. And when he left, the East became more wide open. There we go. You good?
I'm back. Yeah, I'm back. I was just listening to you talk about how the East was weak, and it's just crazy how that repeated again, how the East are weak again. And I just don't really understand why that is. Like, it feels like the West have been better my entire life.
It's because, for one, it used to be a style of play thing as to far as why one was better than the other. But also, like, the hoarding of stars, how a lot of them just shifted to the West. Think about it. You have, even if they pass their primes, you got KD, LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, Russ, PG, James Harden. Mind you, that's all. I just named what? 3 teams max? Devin Booker. And
True.
a healthy John Murray. Like, I keep going. In the East, who you got? You got Giannis, Damian Lillard, Brunson, Trae Young, but he's with Atlanta, so he ain't really doing shit.
Yeah. And he's falling out of favor quickly. I really do feel like it's
like,
low-key like a quality of life type thing. It's like people just don't really want to live out East. Like, crazy taxes, not as good weather, shit like that.
Yeah, that plays a little bit of a role too. I mean, yeah, it's kind of hard to compete with California as far as just that lifestyle. Taxes and shit, that's a different conversation, but that lifestyle. So 2017, 2018 was good when you had, for you when Harden and CP3 was cooking. 52 and 3 when playing. That's absurd. Ain't got shit to show for it. Well, MVP for Harden, but that's fucking crazy as hell.
That was one of the first times that my eyebrows rose when it came to the league's involvement in the scripting of games, when the Rockets missed 27 3-pointers in the row so that the Warriors could win that chip. I was like, this is odd.
The wildest shit. That is like next level wild shit to do to make sure that the team doesn't make it. Just put a lid clean on that motherfucker. 27 shots, just let it go.
I've never seen anything like it. Never seen anything like it before. Haven't seen anything like it since. Crazy.
I'm sorry. What's the craziest shit I've seen from like the league manipulating shit? I say obviously 2016, the most obvious one, and that was before I was fully aware of how this shit worked. But trying to think of what's his name? Donahue. Kings and the Lakers back in like 04. That's which we know about that one. But I can't think of one that was just super like, yo, what the fuck is going on before I started being aware of this shit like that.
Yeah, I would say that was probably the first time where I hadn't heard anything from anybody. I hadn't watched any YouTube video about anything, fixed anything like that. But when I saw the Rockets miss those 27 threes, I remember thinking to myself, could I miss 27 threes in a row if I tried? And I'm not even an NBA player. It's a crazy amount of threes to miss from guys that get paid millions of dollars to shoot threes.
That's crazy. Even though now they take like 40 a game, but like just hearing somebody say you took 27 threes in the game, what the fuck?
And missed all of them. It's like it just hasn't happened since. And just considering what it led to and the circumstance of it, it had to be a playoff game. It had to be James Harden. It had to be against the Warriors. It had to be the team that was going to repeat. Like, it had to be that way.
Chris Paul was hurt too in Game 7. People forget that. Key piece. The key piece you acquired magically. Game 7 when you need him the most. Oh, he hurt. Ain't that a bitch? Ain't that something?
I don't know what Chris Paul did to piss off the NBA.
Commercials. There's talking about.
Hey, you know what? You're right. We were literally just talking about that. It's the trade-off. You know how much money he probably made from those State Farm commercials, and everywhere he goes, he gets a max contract, even though the team doesn't do nothing. It's not a coincidence. It's really not. Chris Paul can't win a ring, but everywhere he goes, they pay him $40 million. Suns, Thunder, Rockets. Now he's at the Warriors. They still paying him. They're not going
Clippers. Yeah, they blew at Doc Rivers. We know how that was gonna go, but yeah, he's just one of them niggas. It's like like he's the lovable loser. Every sport has one. NFL's lovable loser would be who's gone to a lot of shit but ain't won nothing. I'm trying to think. Playoff will get you. I want to say Aaron Rodgers, but he got a ring. Damn. Who is somebody in the NFL?
Dak
probably
Prescott.
Quarterback.
Josh Allen.
I think someone that. Yeah, there you go. Josh Allen. He'll get close. He'll get close. He'll give you hope, and then at that moment when it's time to do what he need to do, he ain't gonna do it.
And people treat him like God every year too. Every year the Bills are like top 2, top 3, top 4, like preseason favorites to either win the AFC, get to the Super Bowl, be deep in the playoffs. Every single year, Josh Allen, top 2, top 3 quarterback, cover of Madden, commercials, one of the highest paid players, all this stuff just to get embarrassed in the playoffs every year. It's the sacrifice. You're going to have one or the other. Unless you're Patrick Mahomes. There's always one or two golden boys that are the exception to the rule. They get everything. Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, LeBron James, Steph Curry. But there's never more than like one or two at a time. Everybody else, you have one or the other.
Who's going to be the new golden boy in the NBA when LeBron retires? And Curry, I guess, retires.
That is a great question. I have not given any thought to that. And I don't know if the NBA has given any thought to it.
I still think it's going to be Luka. Is he marketable enough He fits the mold of what they want to push with the European. I mean, he white too. You get a white European you can push.
I
Shit.
feel like it's
That can play.
Jokic. They're like low key testing out Jokic because he's shown up to games dressed as Gru. He's starting to pop up in commercials. He's
He
about to
got
win
the
his
white
third
suit.
MVP.
I
It could be
mean,
him.
personal accolades is one thing, but I mean, like he get rings, like, and I ain't talking about just like 2. I mean, like 4 type shit, maybe 3 to 4 or more. And I say Luka eventually. That's the one because he's more marketable than Jokic.
They want Luka. They want him. But it's just a matter of, can he stay healthy? Can he stay in shape? Will Kyrie blow up the team? Is Mark Cuban going to leave and like try to buy Tesla or some crazy shit like that? It's like the Mavericks have to stay together and be competent. The Nuggets, the way they built their team and that roster and the coaching and the way Jokic is actually just good at basketball and probably doesn't mind going along with whatever the league wants at any given time. I really do think Jokic is the type of dude for the league to hit him up and be like, hey, Jokic, we got you. We're going to run with this, do this, say this, be this. And he's just like, okay. Like, that's the type of person that they would probably want. That's not going to ask too many questions.
Yeah, I still think it's got to be somebody else.
Either him or Ant.
He got
to be charismatic.
That's true. He got to be on a different team, though. That's the thing. And you would think it'd be Tatum, but shit.
Tatum
commercials.
It's too late. Yeah.
It ain't too late. They just gotta wait a minute. Like, for example, LeBron, how old was he when he won his first one? Because he had his stint with Cleveland. He was there, 8 years?
LeBron is 30. He's 39 now. He won his first one in 2012. Though. He looked 26, 27. So Tatum's about that age. He's getting there.
They both got in as teenagers. Yeah. So, the NBA, you can play 20 years in the NBA. It ain't the NFL where, like, 7 years, like, all right, man, you might – retirement's knocking on his door. NBA, nah, niggas. Batum's still playing. Like
he's cooking last week, too. It's crazy.
Yeah, some of these niggas that was playing when we were kids. I don't know about kids, but, like, in high school, in the G League. Lance Stevenson, like – so, yeah, you can play long in basketball. I mean, hell, LeBron damn near 40. Durant, he ain't too far behind him. So
Mike Conley out here going crazy.
Yeah, and he came out the same year. I'm gonna say Joe Noah, Greg Oden. They were teammates. But Greg Oden knees fucked him up though, because he was good when he played. He was good. People don't realize how good that Blazers team was when him, Brandon Roy, and Aldridge were all healthy. That team was like cold as fuck.
Brandon Roy is so slept on. Isn't it crazy? Wasn't it Greg Oden that got picked over Durant?
See, that's another thing. It's like, that's really not fair, bro. Like, that's not fair, bro. That ain't his fault. Like, the fuck?
It's insane.
But yeah, his knees, which I mean, that size is bound to happen. You that big. That Josh Allen is the Luka. The NBA never do shit in the playoffs. I'm trying to think. I feel like there's someone who could better fit the mold. I don't know if they'd still be white, but I'm trying to think. Because Josh Allen, all he got is Pro Bowls. I don't think he got an MVP or nothing.
What's crazy is Josh Allen is such a weird case because he doesn't really even get the personal accolades like that. Because he throws so many picks. He's known for being an erratic dude, like a roller coaster of a player. Luka gets MVP consideration. The people like him. Josh Allen is always just, the expectation is high for team success. Wembanyama. That's good. That's a good one.
We skipped over the 7-footer that went to San Antonio. Yeah, there we go. Wembanyama, of course. I don't know how that slipped my mind. Oh, wait, because he's not in the playoffs. But yeah, I was about to say. That's the answer. That's the new golden boy. Wembanyama, he went to the perfect coach, too. Josh Allen is Phillip Rivers. Yes, he is. That was most likely to be the new face, but you don't see him winning the chip in Minnesota. Yeah, he's going to have to go somewhere else.
Yeah, he's probably going to leave. He doesn't seem like the type to be like loyal to Minnesota.
If they let you beat LeBron in the playoffs twice, you're definitely a golden boy. Tell that to Kevin Durant. Mike Conley been in the league since your junior year of high school. Shit, I was in middle school when Mike Conley was at Ohio State.
Yeah,
I remember that team goddamn beat Tennessee one year. Then we came back, whooped that ass, and then lost to Draymond Green's Michigan State team. That's damn. I feel old as hell. I remember watching Greg Oden. I remember watching Kevin Durant in college. Jesus Christ.
I really do remember Greg Oden and Kevin Durant coming out and people talking about Greg Oden like he was the next Shaquille O'Neal. They were like, of course
he wasn't bad. It was just nigga had bad knees, bro. That's like Brandon Roy. Like Brandon Roy was cold as shit. He just had bad knees. Like it's like D Rose. Generational talent, unfortunate circumstances. It's just one thing.
Quick point on Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant could have been the face of the league. He could have been the golden boy, but he chose to leave Golden State because he's a weirdo and he doesn't like having fun or winning. Kevin Durant seems like the type of person to sniff out what the league wants and do the opposite on purpose.
Hold on, let's backtrack real quick. So the thing about the Golden State thing, a lot of people fail to realize, because the narrative has always been he chose to leave after they got beat in the playoffs. That's not fucking true. They was already talking about this shit on TNT and all this shit middle of the fucking season. Like him and Steve Kerr and the front office for the Warriors had already had conversations, so it was already in the works.
I think it was about Draymond too.
Epiphany. So
I think it's
just the way that they lost that makes it look bad.
I just think
they picked Russell Westbrook over KD as like the favorite in OKC.
That's the
shit they leave out.
You're talking about leaving OKC. I thought you were talking about leaving the Warriors. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, that's why. And Tim also seeing a point guard that's like unselfish, that'll pass you the ball and shit, versus the one, which Westbrook ain't a bad player. He got that dog in him and shit, but versus the one who's gonna jack up a fucking three he can't make in the fourth quarter all the time. I'm gonna take the motherfucker who can shoot threes and who's gonna willingly pass me the fucking ball when I need it to. I don't blame him.
I'm watching Ant Edwards in a Sprite commercial right now, and this guy looks like the next face of the league. Kevin Durant, I really am not, even though I was a OKC Thunder fan, still am. And as mad as I was not, most people, if they're being honest, weren't upset that Kevin Durant left OKC. If you watched OKC games like I did, you would see Russell Westbrook throwing games and be like, I think KD's going to leave. It's just the fact that he went to the Warriors. He could have gone literally anywhere else and no one would have cared. It's just the fact that he went to the Warriors that made people mad. I'm not mad at him wanting to play with Steph Curry over Russell Westbrook. I'm not an idiot.
It's the team that beats you when you're up 3-1.
That's crazy.
That it's a bad fucking look, but it's like, hey man, I ain't gonna necessarily knock him for that. Now,
people that try to justify that, could you imagine Steph Curry blowing a 3-1 lead to LeBron and then joining the Cavs? You know how fucking crazy that would be?
I mean, they wouldn't have the cap space for that shit anyway, but that
it would be the craziest shit that's ever happened in any sport ever.
I don't agree with that.
The two best players of the generation joining together.
Nah, here's why I say I don't think it would be as big, because when Kevin Durant left, like the ripple effect that left, because he was the best player in the league when he did it. That's what makes like this huge ripple effect.
Debatable.
But it wasn't debatable. It's a huge fucking ripple effect that happened. It was like a huge power shift. It went from this team is already good and won without him, and then the team he fucking played with before it took him to 7 and couldn't win, and you just jump ship like that. It's that big seismic effect.
It is the fact that they were a record-breaking team, the 73-9 team. To go to a 73-9 team is unprecedented. Never happened before. Will never happen again.
To take a 73-9 team to Game 7 is crazy. And that same team that obviously, they got help and shit from Magnus, Klay Thompson threes, to get to the finals, and they go up 3-1 and all this fuck shit happens to where they blow a 3-1 lead. That was the craziest fucking playoffs. Like, at least from the Western perspective, because in the East we knew the Cleveland was gonna go to the finals.
Yeah.
But from the West, that shit was crazy.
Oh, the West, 2016, scriptwriters in their bag for that one.
I don't know, Kawhi's ring with Toronto, them scriptwriters were really having a field day. Because they had to throw in some injuries too.
Yeah, that was
You got
mad
to put that.
unexpected. That came out of nowhere. No one saw that coming.
The Rockets gonna take the Warriors at 7, but Chris Paul ain't gonna play. And then they're gonna shoot 27 threes. They ain't gonna hit none of them bitches. What was it? And Kawhi Leonard, yeah, he gonna hit a buzzer beater, and this shit gonna bounce around like 7 fucking times and send a giant African motherfucker from Cameroon to start crying. But yeah, they had that. Man, I would love to be a fly on the wall that year.
Yeah, the NBA might have peaked in 2016. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think there's been a obviously, it's a lot of really whack stuff happen, but did we ever have more fun? Probably not. I truly believe this in my heart and soul. Kevin Durant going to the Warriors really kind of ruined the NBA. It hasn't been the same since.
I was saying this earlier. I think you might have been. I don't even know if you had joined yet. But basically, when they had this, the league turned into an arms race with the 3-point shooting shit. Like where it started out Golden State, then the Rockets did it. Actually, the Rockets shot more threes than the Warriors did. True. And then the league kind of evolved and was like, fuck it, we need to compete and take the Warriors to 7 games. We got to do the same shit. But a lot of teams didn't have the same personnel to do it. So that's what really fucked shit up. And that was that 2019 year. That's when it got crazy because 2020 wasn't necessarily bad. Shit was getting good. Like just when shit was getting good, the world shut down, and then they fucked it up with the bubble and the politics, and then it went crashing downhill. That's what fucked it up.
I can see that. You know what? I just saw Ant Edwards in another Sprite commercial, and I just came to the conclusion he's not going to be the next guy. He's not going to win. He's going to be the guy that makes $100 million off the court and is a perpetual all-star, wins gets an award every single year, is an NBA top 75 player. He's going to be the next Damian Lillard. And people are going to be like, leave Minnesota. Why does he leave Minnesota? I don't understand.
But he's going to be too loyal.
He's going to be the type of person that doesn't want to run from the grind. And he's going to take on the challenge. He's going to be like, y'all can come to Minnesota if you want to. I'm not going anywhere. He's going to be that guy. He's going to get 12 second-team All-NBAs in a row, and he's never going to win a ring. He might get one, but he's not going to be that guy.
That's an interesting theory. That's a very interesting theory.
I just don't see it because the seeds have already been planted. There's a video on my channel talking about how Anthony Edwards knocked up a girl and they gave her $100,000 to get an abortion. That is not allegedly. That happened.
All right, we just seen the text messages.
and I just don't think that's the type of guy that the NBA is going to be like, yeah, he's the one. That's our guy. I don't see it. He can make all the money. He's not going to be the ring leader. He's not going to get the rings. He's not going to win the championship. I don't see it.
We'll see. Him in Minnesota, I don't think they're gonna win in Minnesota, but no, yeah, if he go to a bigger market team,
yeah,
he cooking. Said they front loading Jokic's success like they doing for Mahomes. How long Jokic been in the league to say front loading?
I feel like he had like a kind of Giannis type arc where the first couple years he was irrelevant, and now all of a sudden he's the best.
Yeah, very similar. Like people weren't really talking. Well, no one really talking about Denver like that anyway. The first couple years, but yeah, I was aware of Jokic. Like I knew he was a good basketball player, but the team he was playing with, obviously, they weren't gonna talk about. So
right,
because shit, he played with Will Barton from Memphis. Yeah, you probably don't remember who Will Barton is.
I remember Will Barton only because I played 2K.
Used to jump out the gym, bro. Cold. Yeah. He used to play for Memphis Tigers, that is. But yeah, that team was nice on 2K though, for real. If you know how to use it. They're both Lakers and Nuggets shooting 11% from 3. Whew.
Yeah, it's a tough game to watch. I've been looking at it on and off, and it's not a particularly great game.
It's funny. It's a 1-point game. I don't know what the under was for this, but I know most people took the under because most people took the over for the first two.
I feel like anybody that didn't take the Lakers plus whatever the points were. Actually, I think it was close to a pick 'em. I think it was like Lakers +1 or something crazy like that.
That shit was funky. So like FanDuel, I looked, it was like +1 Denver, or Anthony Davis hurt. +1 Denver. BetMGM was like was like +1.5 Denver. I looked on the score, it was 1.5. I'm like, I'm waiting to see that +1. I was like, where that +1 at? Because it came through for the Pacers game, and I reneged my bet, and I was kind of mad. Like, fuck, I should have just let that shit rock. But I don't know if it officially was +1 or not, but we'll see. Usually Russ was following that script, following games back in 2016. You don't think Katie was feeling on that BS? So he said, "I'm gonna go to Golden State." Yeah, we talked about OKC.
Bro, I really think that's true. Like, there is no way. They were talking about by the time he got to the Lakers, LA is different. Their expectations are different. They were like, bro, go to a doctor to see about these hands, bro, because there's no way you're throwing the ball away like that. That's how bad Russell Westbrook was throwing games. In 2016, I'm telling you, I was watching Thunder games. It was inexplicable the way Russell Westbrook was throwing up bricks, the way he was throwing away passes. It didn't make any sense. In my pure, innocent, like early college mind, I was really trying to make excuses. I was like, maybe he has some type of disorder with his hands. Maybe he has some type of cognitive impairment, brain function issue. I'm like, no, bro. He's just throwing games.
I'm going to say this about Westbrook. As far as like players that are good at throwing games, he one of them. Kevin Durant, when he throws a game, he knows how to throw a game well too. But the way Russell Westbrook does it, it's a very subtle thing as to how he does, especially when he pulls up and does that. For one, we know he can't shoot threes. But when he misses the mid-range jump shot late in games,
that's just so obvious.
Yeah, it's because Gilbert Arenas broke this shit down. And I guess something I never thought about doing, but was doing anyway, is the way he runs full speed and comes to an abrupt stop to do a jump shot. That's the easiest way to miss a fucking shot. You ain't setting your feet. You ain't doing none of that shit. So if he did that shit and set his feet, he'd make that shit every fucking time. But him doing this little jump stop bullshit, yeah, you gonna miss that hoe. And on top of that, Kevin Durant led the league for some years in OKC for like the most shots taken with less than like 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Because another guy likes to dribble a lot.
You just be throwing the ball to him at the end of the clock. He's like, "Oh, I didn't get open. It's your turn."
4 seconds left. You 7 feet, bitch. Go shoot it.
And it usually worked because he really can shoot over like pretty much everybody except for Tatum in that one series between Brooklyn and the Celtics, where all of a sudden Tatum was blocking every single shot. But
bruh, that series was such bullshit.
that was crazy. I was like, that felt like a year because that was the same year that the Celtics went to the finals, right? It was either the finals or the conference finals. I was like, so this is a Tatum year. That was the only explanation because there's no other reason why they should be getting swept by the Celtics.
Yeah, it was. It was the year they played the Warriors, and yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So I was like, something's off here.
No, what's funny? No, what's super fucking funny about that Nets Bucks series that year? So I don't think you knew him at the time. Dell made a video about the Nets. They was gonna win the series. I think it was like win the series, win the finals or something because they was a better team, which they were. But what's funny about it was the way that they lost. In the first episode we did of the season, nigga was so mad. He was like, fuck Kevin Durant. Fuck him. And then he did a YouTube video before we went live a couple of days prior. And this nigga was in the car just cussing up a storm, bro. I was like...
Yeah. Dell was probably betting on games too then, I bet.
Oh, shit. I talked to him like last week. We talked for like a couple hours. But yeah, that shit was funny.
That was such a weird time, dude. That was so weird. It's like Kevin Durant hasn't been getting blocked on fadeaway jumpers his entire career, and all of a sudden
he's getting the ball stripped from him.
Yeah, he's getting stripped. He doesn't know how to dribble, which is crazy because Kevin Durant. I usually don't nitpick and complain about shit like this because it doesn't matter. Kevin Durant carries more than any other ball handler in the league. Now all of a sudden he can't dribble.
No, he don't. John Morant. That's John Morant. Like, and a lot of these niggas carry anyway. From Halliburton, you go down the list. But John Morant carry more than anybody I've ever seen. It ain't KD. Shit, it ain't even LeBron James. LeBron just blatantly walk. He don't give a fuck.
LeBron travels. He don't carry. he travels. He goes on a journey.
Trying to think, what was the one? Who was the one who like grabbed the ball from the inbound and just started walking? Was that Westbrook?
That was Russ. That was Russ. I remember. And then got mad when they called it. Like, bro, you haven't dribbled.
Dude, it's so funny, bro.
You just walking up the court.
Walking.
You just walking doing this with your hands. They blow the whistle. He's like, bro, dribble. Bounce the ball.
Damn, that shit funny. So Harden convincingly choked. Yeah, Harden good at throwing games too. He ain't lying about that. When Ginobili blocks your shit from behind and he's 40s, yeah, Harden be throwing shit like a motherfucker. And he don't get them foul calls. That's another thing. And then he bitch that he don't get them. They usually get in the regular season. But yeah, Harden, he good at throwing games too.
Harden the type of dude to average 38 points in a season and they get mad when people don't call fouls.
He said Harden the GOAT. It comes to the only game that nigga professional. That is you are not lying. That he might be the best at throwing games. I thought it was Russ. It's funny all three of them used to play together. But Russ was good, but shit, Harden is the best at throwing games. That is 100% true.
It is interesting that every member of the quote-unquote Baby Thunder has been notorious for throwing games at later times in their career. It's almost like they're trying to keep them from LeBron or something.
I don't know if Serge was known for throwing like key games. We knew he threw some in the regular season and shit. But I don't
Serge's career died after the Raptors chip, right? Like I ain't heard from him since.
Yeah, I forgot who he went to. Because I know he changed his number to like 4. He played for somebody, wore number 4. I don't know if it was the Brooklyn Nets or not. I wouldn't be surprised if it was, to be honest. Or no, was it? Didn't he play with the Bucks?
It might have been the Bucks. I don't know. I just remember when he was with the Thunder, man. I used to love him. I used to call him Ibaka. That was my guy.
No, Serge was lit, man. He could shoot for 3 and shit too.
Yeah,
he was a top power forward in 2016.
Once he developed that jump shot, I was like, he's one of the better big men. Like, not like skill wise, but just like a guy that you could rely on. Like, I really liked him. Now he's gone. Who knows? He probably shipping boxes at a UPS or something right now. Who knows? He probably started a failed podcast.
Nah, he was since 2019-ish, probably earlier than that. He had a YouTube, probably still. He got a YouTube channel, and he would like bring on NBA players, and they be cooking. Like he liked cooking shit. When he brought on, I think it was Kyle Lowry. This nigga Serge,
like cooking food.
Yeah, like he'll bring them on, and they'll like cook some different shit. He'll like interview them, and then they'll cook some shit, and there'll be like some shit. And the one I think with Kawhi or the one with Kyrie, I forgot. I think it was one with, not Kyrie, but Kyle Lowry. They was cooking like bull penis or testicle or some shit like that. And then Lowry took one bite of that shit, spit it out immediately. He was like, "What's wrong with the food? Do you know?" He was like, "It's fucking balls, dude. What the fuck?" The fuck you think, nigga? I would have walked the fuck off the moment he said, "Today we are cooking bull testicle." I'm like, the fuck we not?
What is this, a fear factor? What do you do?
It was like gray too. It looked like, you ever seen like sausage and shit when you kind of start cooking it turn that gray color before it start turning brown and shit? It was like that, but that was the finished product.
All right, bro. What time is it? That's crazy, man. Like they need John Day Porter his ass. I don't ever want to see him again.
That's funny as fuck. He said, "Nah, last thing, because I mean that shit you said about David Robinson. That's some crazy ass shit you said, bro." Dude, that is. What did you say? What the fuck did you say Sunday? Because that shit crazy.
I was trolling. I don't know anything about David Robinson. I don't know anything about David Robinson.
This nigga tripping. I looked at this nigga accolades: 10-time All-Star, Defensive Player of the Year, MVP, 2-time champion. I was like, oh hell no, he tripping.
David Robinson is a great basketball player. I retract whatever I said. I was messing around.
Just like...
But I will say, this current Olympic team is better than people are giving it credit for. That's all I'm gonna say. And I just want old heads to calm down and just accept the fact that there's more talent in the league than there ever has been, and stop acting like
That's
anything
not
else.
true. That's not.
Yes, it is.
That's really not true. It's just the way that the rules have changed. It's hard to play defense in these. It's no different than the NFL. How they basically took away all the shit you can do so the offense can thrive. That's
Okay, serious question.
all they did.
Are people not running faster, jumping higher, dribbling better, and shooting better than they ever have?
Honestly, no. And I'll tell you why. So you say running and jumping.
And dribbling and shooting.
Running and jumping, yes. The dribbling thing goes back to the hand checking. You can hand checking shuts down a lot of that shit. Steph Curry and all them niggas doing hand checking to shut down all that shit. Number one. Shooting, we know about magnets. They wanted more points. That's why. Don't get it confused. They had magnets back in the day when Kobe playing, MJ was playing shit. Even before MJ, they had magnets and shit. But no, players now lack fundamentals. That's something they don't talk about. Kawhi Leonard been said that shit. And Adam Silver got mad as fuck about that shit. Because now everybody wants to do this viral shit and see how cool they can dribble and all that shit. But if you think about fundamentals, nigga, if everybody's traveling and carrying, is that really fundamentals? No, it's not. Big men don't even have any fucking big man footwork fundamentals anymore.
Look,
Jokic
I'm not gonna lie.
Might be one of the only few that does, him and Anthony Davis.
I love watching Kyrie Irving slow motion videos of him cooking people. He do be carrying like a motherfucker, and I love him, but he is carrying oftentimes. Like he'll be doing this in and out, and it's like really cool. But like, bro, if you got the ball like this, that's a carry.
His biggest
go up and down.
The fact that he can go north, he can go north to south better than any other guard in the league, and effectively get you a basket at the rim.
Yeah, and I was the finishing.
No the league who finishes around the rim. Pause.
Undeniable. You saw that shot where he got blocked by Kawhi and still scored.
Shit's crazy, bro. Like that, I would hate to have to guard him for 48 fucking minutes. I can tell you that.
They weren't doing that shit in the 90s. That's all I'm saying.
Allen Iverson. What are we talking about here?
In the 90s, early 90s, 80s. Like, you have like one guy
Magic
per
Johnson.
decade.
What do we talk, nigga? Stop.
Finishing small guards. It's just him.
Small guards. Okay.
Yeah, of course Magic Johnson can finish around the rim. He's LeBron size.
Well, he was around another rim too, but that's besides the point. But yeah, like, and that's still not true. Niggas like Pistol Pete were doing this shit, and that was before the 80s. This ain't nothing new.
Pistol.
It's just we don't get to see a lot of players nowadays do it to the level that Kyrie does it.
We definitely don't even have access to a lot of the footage. So there might have been some people, because like the players like the Harlem Globetrotters, there are probably players in the league that existed like that, but they weren't scoring and they weren't winning, so we never saw them. Like, it's just because we have access to everything all the time that we get to enjoy the fruits of the labor of the likes of Kyrie Irving and Curry and Ant and Luka and all these dudes at Harden that do these crazy ball handling moves, because we get to see every single play all the time from every game on YouTube and NBA League Pass and all that. There are probably dudes that were cooking, but we just never saw them. We never heard of them.
Homie 43, how old are you? He said the worst player in the NBA today would be the GOAT if they played in the 90s. No, they wouldn't. How old are you, 40, homie 43? I gotta know.
No. So, serious question. I would love to know, because that's important.
Because that's an asinine statement to say. But
I do believe that players generally have more athleticism. But as far as like fundamentals, you're right. Like the older players, they did have to focus on the fundamentals more, because you have to focus on the fundamentals when you can't shoot from 35 feet, when that's not a common thing, when the 3-point line doesn't exist. You have to know how to score inside. You have to know how to pivot, how to not travel, how to Euro step, how to
players
have proper footwork.
Mid-range jump shots, bro. That shit would kill their ass nowadays, bro. That's the problem. Niggas need to focus on shooting threes or finishing at the rim. And that's really about it. The mid-range, it's like, oh, what's that? There's only a select few that utilize that shit. And if you notice, the ones who utilize that shit, they be eating like a motherfucker. Jokic, killing niggas from mid-range. Jamal Murray, he'll kill a nigga from mid-range.
Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, Kyrie, players that are always in the playoffs, that are always making it towards the finals. Those are the ones that are either in the paint or in the mid-range. The only team that is chucking up threes and winning finals was the Warriors. They won 4. That's it. They're done. Everybody else, even in the last 5 years or so, they're killing in the paint or mid-range. Lakers in the bubble, in the paint. Kawhi's Raptors, mid-range, in the paint. Nuggets, mid-range, in the paint. Like Celtic, like even the big 3 Celtics, the only one really hitting threes like that was Ray Allen. KG in the paint, Paul Pierce mid-range. There's a formula. It's always been like that. Spurs mid-range in the paint, no threes.
It's like the more unattractive playing style is what's gonna win you shit. But the highlights is the shit like the Rockets was doing, the shit that the Warriors pulled it off. But the shit the Rockets was doing, Lob City, that type of shit.
One of my favorite teams ever was oh my God, Reggie Jackson is injured. Oh no. One of my favorite teams ever, the 06 Heat with Shaq and D Wade. One of my favorite teams to watch. All paint, all mid-range. I don't remember a 3-pointer being made that entire series, like at all. Like,
that's true. Well, free throws too. You ain't forget them damn free throws.
Yeah, again. Growing up, I don't know if I ever said this on air, but D Wade was my favorite player when I was a kid. Like I used to every time I was
rocked with D Wade as a kid too, bro. I liked him. Shit, Dwight Howard, Orlando Magic, Dwight Howard and shit. That was before niggas was, it was public.
Both of them had to get mad weird towards the end. I don't know why. I think it's a money play, but it is what it is. I just choose to remember them as they were.
It's like damn, bro. It was cold as hell on the court, but I can't speak for the shit they were doing off the court. But nah. Yeah, we gonna end it there, man. This game, I mean, anything happen fourth quarter. Lakers could come back and win.
Nuggets up 10, bro. If you are up 3-0 in the series, call it quits. Y'all write to the league. Tell Adam this shit is out of control. I'm tired of it.
The Nuggets better not blow this shit. That's all I know. But yeah, man, we're going to get up out of here. We're going to be back live this weekend at some point. So y'all ring that notification bell. Y'all be safe. Y'all have a good night. We out.